What happened to Nolan Wells? He was with his friends on July 4th when they rowed a boat to Horn Island, 10 miles from the shore in Mississippi. 2 days later, his body was found in the water. Seems like this shouldn't be a mystery. I mean, he was with his friends. There were many other people on Horn Island that day, yet still here we are with no answer.
Somebody saw something and knows something. So I didn't come to make money, I came to give money. Stand up and tell the truth.
Al Sharpton and attorney Ben Crump have stepped in to help the family, and they were at the funeral today where Nolan's parents spoke through tears.
Nolan, we love you. We'll continue to fight for you.
Until we get answers, until we get to truth.
Well, we will keep an eye on it and see where it goes. Rob Junk, thank you so much for joining me. We appreciate it. Oh, you're entirely welcome. Thank you, and Janette. Now, we ask you to look at the evidence. The Ohio Attorney General's office has stated that this is an ongoing investigation and additional charges are expected. The public record contains a press release from the Ohio Attorney General dated July 1st, 2026, titled Update on Vinton County Abuse Case. Read the official statement. Compare the official language, prolonged and extreme interfamilial neglect and abuse, with the images you see in the jail.
Move on. There are those that are so full of hate that they would send hate messages to the house of these parents. They sent one that Christine shared with Attorney Crump and I, and it accused her and Elmer of just stirring trouble and accused the lawyers, Attorney Crump and I, or they just want money. First of all,
Video. Ask yourself, how many systems, medical, educational, social services, failed these 16 children before the state arrived with a search warrant? This isn't just a story about one family in southern Ohio. It's a story about accountability and how we choose to use the documents that are available to us. The answer isn't in a news headline, it's in the evidence, if you choose to follow it. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Project Cold Case, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive. We follow the evidence. The CZ.A.
Glimpse of God's love through him. He was both protective and nurturing. He often told us that one day he wanted to have 3 daughters that he would name Sophia, Charlotte, and Olivia. He had a deep love for the Lord and an unwavering faith that was evident in the way he lived his life. As much as our hearts are broken, we find peace in knowing that our son is resting in the arms of the Lord. We will miss everything about him, from his quiet nature to the corny jokes, his gentle smile, the way he made everyone around him feel comfortable, loved, and at ease. Your absence has left an emptiness that can never truly be filled. A piece of our hearts will always...
So this is uncommon in your experience as a prosecutor to see a 15-year-old girl going off and getting married. Maybe it was more common, you said, in generations past. I think we all can see that that has happened. But you're saying in your experience as a prosecutor, if you got wind of that, you'd be calling the cops and CPS, and then you better believe I would have, because any adult having sexual relations with a child under 16 is a crime. The questions are mounting faster than the answers. What prompted the original search warrant that led deputies to the house? Gary Siders Jr. faces 4 public...
Their lives are forever changed. When your child is gone, you don't like zip up that wound and move on. The best you can do is just turn the page away from, okay, we don't know what happened to, we know what happened, and it still hurts. And it still hurts. But at a minimum, that's what the parents deserve. Justice, which is finding out the truth. So we've got a few more details, or perhaps alleged details, about the boat that day, the boat that brought Nolan Wells to Horn Island, and apparently the boat that left without him, but his friends were on it. What you're listening to, this is originally from NBC News. This is some dispatch audio coming from one of the young men on the boat. Let's take a listen to it, and then we're going to talk about it.
We're sinking. Can you all please come?
And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah.
Indecency charges related to alleged incidents in May 2026, but that likely would not have been enough probable cause for a search warrant. What were the deputies looking for? The record shows the Siders family largely avoided medical and government records since 2008. How did a family allegedly reliant on state assistance evade scrutiny for so long? The Ohio legislature has now approved $1 million in emergency funding for the county, but even that addresses only the immediate crisis. Structural failures in the child welfare system, from underfunded protective services to the absence of school records, are now under scrutiny.
The ordinary, a bunch of kids who were worried about the water on the boat, and they're just trying to get back. Now, the real issue here, and what really will cut to the chase of what happened here, is why is this young woman saying that he said he was going with his friends, and why are the friends saying that he was going to stay on the island with this girl and then come back with other friends? And if his friends had left, why would he not leave with the girl? Why would he stay there? Did he know that the boat had left yet? Could this be a situation where he goes, is hanging out with this young woman, she's leaving, and then you say, oh, I'm going to go with my friends, and then he goes to find them and they're gone, and something else happened? I don't know, but why didn't anyone see this? If you look at the images of Horn Island that day, there are people.
$1,000 bond. Under Ohio law, the state has 90 days to bring them to trial due to the speedy trial rule, where every day in jail counts as 3. The complexity of this investigation, requiring medical evaluations, forensic interviews with potentially nonverbal children, and the downloading of digital evidence, means that timeline is nearly impossible to meet. A gag order has been granted in Gary Jr.'s case, but is being challenged at the Ohio Supreme Court. The prosecution is in a race against the clock.
Everywhere. It just seems like there should be easy to solve this, that there should be someone somewhere. Oh yeah, I saw him get in the water. I saw him looking for his friends on the boat. I saw this. Nobody noticed anything. I understand people are drinking. It's July 4th. I get that, but still, I think that's the frustrating part for the family. And hopefully the grand jury that is investigating this will be able to get that information. But there were people on Horn Island that day I'm sure a lot of them are taking videos. They need to come forward and just kind of talk about what you saw, what you observed, what you heard, including those that were on his boat and the young woman and the people that were on her boat with her. All right. We'll continue to investigate this case. That's it for now. I'm Vinny Politan. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, please don't forget to hug the kids.